What's up, everyone? Those balloons. Really gotta figure out how to disable that. Maybe one day. Probably not today, though.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
Just woke up. Gotta get ready for the day. And I kind of figured, let's put on a nail first. That's what I figured. Hold on. Okay. Got a full set of nails on. I posted the video last week. I know I've said this before. I've gotten on and said, "Hey, this is the direction I want to take the channel," which there's not much of a channel. I mean, it's just me having fun doing whatever I want, basically. But my kids want me to continue it because they enjoy watching it and being in it, and my nieces and nephews enjoy watching it. And so basically want to do whatever I want. That's my goal. I know I said I wanted to do the murder mysteries and makeup, and I can't. I really, really want to, but I have seen so many videos of that type of content that gets uh flagged, and you can't say like 99% of the words in the dictionary like that pertain to that type of topic. And so your video gets flagged and people can't watch it, and it's not worth the hassle. If I'm going to put that much time and effort into something, I want people to be able to watch it, obviously. So I figured the kids enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing it, but I work too much. I don't have time to just like put into this a lot of time. So let's just start from the beginning. I'm going to do a little get ready with me. I've got to get ready for work, and I've got a ton of new makeup that I want to play with. So I figure we could just do a get ready with me and then talk. Just talk about a little life update. One of my number one questions that I get is, how is my fusion? How is my back? One of my most viewed videos, it's like 13,000 views, I think, is my fusion surgery. So I kind of want to talk about that and explain the direction I want to go in. I know it sounds stupid because, hello, it's not like this is a big channel or anything, but you get me. You get me. I have no skincare on. BRB. I'll kind of just run down the history of the past 4 years. 2019, we moved to Texas, and within a month and a half, I break my back. Spondylolisthesis or whatever it's called, where it like does that kind of thing. I didn't have full function of like my left leg, I think, something like that. Anyways, I went to several doctors, asked them what I should do, and all of them said I needed a fusion. I was very against it at first because who wants a fusion? Especially at, I think I was 30, 31 at the time. So, um, I had the fusion, woke up in the worst pain anyone could ever, like, it was horrific, horrific. And I thought, it's just a fusion. So life goes on. I am in the worst pain that anyone could ever be in for a year. After the surgery, I went to the doctors like every freaking day. Had issues with my incisions, so I had to have a procedure on my incisions because they weren't healing correctly. Then, because of the pain, I had to get a spinal um stimulator, and I, I don't know. I guess it helped a little bit. I don't use it now. I actually have two of them. I don't use them now. I want them out because they actually hurt my back. Like you can like feel it and see it, and it's just ugh, gross. Got the stimulator, had procedure after procedure after procedure trying to fix the pain, figure out what it was. They said it was because I grew half an inch or an inch or whatever. And it was just doctors coming up with bullshit, basically. After about a year, I found a doctor, and he was like, "Why didn't I know about this webbing and all this kind of stuff?" And I was like, "I don't know. I didn't know it was important." So I told him and showed him all the videos and stuff of the webbing that I had all over my legs and just some of the stuff that was going on. He just knew about the pain. I just kept telling him about the pain. And so he was like, dude, you have CRPS. Like, you've had it for over a year. You're probably not going to be able to get rid of it. And I was happy that I had a reason for the pain now, because instead of you grew half an inch, which was wild. I'm like, so my leg is on fire because I grew? I'm confused. Anyways, after that, I had procedures, and those procedures really did help with the pain. It gave me like, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes a little bit longer of relief. And not a ton of relief, but enough for me to be like, it's worth it. I don't care what, it's worth it. It's worth it. In 4 years, so from 2019 until 2023, I think, I had 72 surgeries and procedures. 72. I'm in such a different space now in my life, especially with my CRPS. Um, I don't even like feel like that's me, the person before. I don't, it felt like I was in a dream, in a horrific nightmare. Nightmare. I feel like it wasn't even real. Like, I feel bad for that person, that previous, I know it sounds really weird, and maybe that's just how my mind has to, like, handle it and grasp it. Because it was, I mean, like, I'm not just saying here, "Oh, I sat here in pain." It was horrific. The amount of times I was in the hospital week after week, like, long-term stays for my kidney. I was in the hospital for 6 months straight, a week at a time, sometimes longer for my kidneys. I would have that, like, tube that would run down to my heart for, like, the, antibiotics and stuff. It was wild. It was a wild time. I actually try not, I don't think about it a whole lot. Yeah. It just kinda, it was a shitty time. Now, I don't have flare-ups. I'm so happy. I don't have flare-ups. I do have pain, though. I still have, I would call it, when you work out and you're like, "Oh my god, I can't stand up because 'cause I'm in so much pain." It's that, but, like 3 times that, if that makes sense. So, when I wake up in the morning, I'm in a ton of pain. My body feels like it was ran over by a truck, my whole body. But then once I take my medicine, I'm good to go. I can basically move about as I please throughout the day, and it's freaking amazing. That has only been the past few months. So, since October, it's just been the past few months. I'm not even getting ready. I'm just telling you, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me get ready. I'm gonna try out this new Morphe Light Form foundation. I've got shade Light 03C. For anyone out there that might have CRPS, I've never talked about my medicine because I'm not a doctor. I don't want to be like, "Hey, yeah, this will work for you," and then it doesn't. But one thing I wish I would have known was, hey, what's a direction I can go into? Because all of the medicine that I tried, the Percocets, the Oxycontin, the, like, narcotics, did not work for me. It didn't touch the pain at all, my CRPS pain. I wish I would have known a little earlier what direction to go in, and you might have a hard time finding a doctor that will give you this medicine, but the number one medicine that helped me, it's called Nucynta Extended Release. It is for a lot of people with chemo are on it, like, because of the chemo pain. So it helps with nerve pain. It was a godsend, and it still to this day it helps me. Um, but I'm trying to get off of it. So I was on 200 milligrams a day for 4 years, basically. I mean, I was on it, no, 3 years, because I found it in the third ye or in the s within that first year at some point. I can't really remember. This is too light, but we're gonna make it work. For a good chunk of my time, I was on Nucynta Extended Release, the regular Nucynta, Lyrica, methocarbamol for muscle pain, and something else. I'm not on methocarbamol, the Nucynta regular. I was taking 200 milligrams of the Nucynta extended release and 900 milligrams. Oh. sorry, and 900 milligrams of the Lyrica. I am now on 75 milligrams of the Nucynta extended release, and I'm still on the Lyrica because it does help with the pain, some of the pain that I have. So I'm trying to get off of the last of the Nucynta, which is like the narcotics part of it. And so I'm almost done with it, and it's really exciting. It has it's like been a slow taper though because my body was so, I guess you could say, like, addicted to it. Obviously, it's a narcotic, so my body was addicted to it. Even though I was like, "Oh, it's time to get off. Let's get off of it right now." I tried to quickly just like jump off of it. Woo! I, I almost passed out. I threw up everywhere. Like, it was wild. That looks so freaking good. Wow, that looks really good. I've had this for a while. I should have been using this. I know I've said this before, but Fenty concealer, bomb. Love this stuff. This is probably my favorite concealer. I use it almost, no, I use it every single day. From those 72 surgeries and procedures, I got Cushing syndrome because a lot of it was like had steroids in it, and those steroids caused me to get Cushing syndrome. And it's basically just when your body creates too much cortisol. FYI, my doctor didn't think this was possible. I had no idea. I'm not a freaking doctor. If you have too many injections that have steroids in them, you can get Cushing syndrome. I kid you not, over freaking night, it felt like I gained 50 pounds overnight. And because with, sorry, there's like cat hair everywhere. I apologize, y'all. Um, it felt like, oh, and because of the Cushing syndrome, it is hard to get the weight off. It like sticks to you. So for about a year, it was like on me. No matter what I dieted, no matter how hard I like tried, which I couldn't really work out that much with the CRPS, but no matter what I did, I couldn't lose the weight. It was insane. Then I became an emotional eater. I and maybe I had already been an emotional eater most of my life and I just didn't, I don't think I understood the ramifications it had on my life. Um, I mean, obviously, I laid in bed and cried most days because I just wanted to die, honestly. I just wanted to die. I I know I've said this before. I really struggled um with like suicidal thoughts and just severe depression. When you're in that much pain, nothing in the world really matters to you. And the only thing that kept me here was my children and Vince being like, "Shut the hell up. You're not doing that. It's gonna eventually get better." And I'm glad I listened because it did get better. I have always been one to be like, suicide is the most selfish thing you can ever do, and I still believe that. I still do. I think it's selfish to leave behind children. Um, but sometimes depression can get the best of you, life can get the best of you, and I feel for anyone in those situations. I became an emotional eater. Not only did I gain the 50 pounds, I wasn't working out, so I was losing muscle. I was putting on more weight. I have 50 pounds of body fat that I want to lose. I'm basically like 38%, body fat. So I'm really overweight now. And it's because I've lost so much muscle and gained fat. And I know I've done this before. I've lost 130 pounds in the past. I know how to do this. I know what it takes. I just feel like it's harder for me now. One, because I'm older. Two, because I'm more of an emotional eater now than I used to be. If anything stresses me out, I lean towards food. I wanted to talk about the fusion real quick. So I feel like the fusion has worked. It has done what it needed to do. And anyone that has to get it, I wouldn't feel scared of it. I was a fluke. I am one in 200 and something thousand people like that out of every surgery that gets it. It's not something normal. I would not sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm scared I'm going to get CRPS." You're probably not. You're probably not. It's not that normal. I think I've explained before how my uncle had this surgery and he was perfectly fine. He's like, I don't know, 60 something now and good to go. He's had it for years and it did amazing and it did what it was supposed to do. And I feel like if I wouldn't have gotten CRPS, that's how I would have felt too. I would feel like the fusion really helped. It did what it was supposed to do. And yeah, it's just the CRPS part of it that really up my life in the worst way possible. I can bend over all the way and touch my toes. I can stretch. The only thing I do have trouble like bending certain ways, like, it hurts my back or I physically can't because it's fused. It can't move. So I think that overall, the fusion worked. It did what it was supposed to. I have less pain now from the fusion part of it than I did pre-fusion, if that makes sense. The only pain I have that's like, "Oh my gosh, terrible," was the CRPS stuff. So, I do have really bad back spasms, though. If I'm sitting on the floor wrapping presents or, like, cutting the dog's nails or doing something on the floor, if I try to stand up, I instantly like, oh, we're gonna have terrible like back spasms. And I'm like an old lady where I'm like, hold on, that kind of thing. So I have that, but to me, I'm like, meh, it is what it is. It's not that like wild of a thing. So I would recommend to anyone that's gonna get the fusion, do not be scared. It will I mean, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, it's gonna help you." I'm not a doctor. Do whatever your doctor says to do, but I hope that it helps because it does help a lot of people. I just was one of those rare people. I think that anyone coming on my page, asking for an update, this is my update. It went well. It did what it was supposed to do. My CRPS just, you know, sucked. In October, when I started feeling better, I was like, uh-uh. I'm a person. I'm allowed to go out in the real world and I'm not having flare-ups like, who is this? What is this? It felt like something so unattainable that I haven't had in my like reach or my grasp in so long that I just kind of went wild. I mean, I say wild, it's not wild. I because I love makeup, I was like, "You know what? I'm getting a second job." I've always worked like 2 jobs or, um, 1 job, but working 50 hours a week or, doing extra. Or going to school full time while working 50 hours. I've always been like a busy person. I was like, "I'm gonna go get a second job just for, 15, 20 hours during the holidays. I'm gonna go work at Ulta. And because I have an MBA, I was like, I know I'm gonna get it. I've always done this, like, you can call it manifesting, but I've always been like, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it. And so I told Vince, I was like, I'm getting a job at Ulta. I applied that day. I was like, I'm getting it at this store because I did research on which store had the best culture. And it was the store that I'm at. And I was like, "I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna happen." And Vince was like, "I think it's a terrible idea. I don't think you should do it. You're jumping the gun. Don't." Well, I did it. And it has been amazing. I got the job fairly quickly and I love it. I love working at Ulta. So, 1, because I love makeup and skincare. 2, because of the discounts. And 3, I think the main thing that helped me was being with people, interacting with people that I hadn't been around people like that in years, years. It just felt so normal. And I know a lot of people I'm gonna cry. Shit. Um, it felt so normal and it felt so good to be normal. I loved it. Oh, I still love it. I'm such a baby, y'all. Ugh. It feels so good to be normal again. And my first priority when getting better was not, "Oh, I wanna lose the weight. I've gotta do this." It was doing normal things, interacting with people, just becoming my I don't wanna say my old self because I'm not my old self. I'm not that person. Everyone changes and grows. I have really grown through the CRPS stuff. So it's just been a lot of fun. It's been good for my soul because I'm a people person. I say I don't like people, but I do. I'm such a people person. I don't like complaining people. I like everyday people. Most people are very like grateful and nice and just I've loved it. I've loved it. Now I'm at a point where I need to lose the weight. I'm doing a lot better and I've become content in myself. And I don't want to get like that. I have always loved working out and, being this fit I just my voice just cracked. Being this fit person. And so, yeah, I've gone through my struggles of weight and stuff like that, but I mean, hello, I'm human. It is what it is. So, I told Vince the other day, I was like, "Man, I'm really struggling now to lose the weight and I don't know why. I'm working out, I'm eating, I mean, for the most part healthy. So like why? Why am I struggling?" And I truly think that my um I think that my I don't want to say metabolism because you can change your metabolism. I feel like my body has changed so much since becoming older. I think my hormones have changed. One, during my CRPS stint, I lost both ovaries. I don't have a uterus, I don't have the ovaries, and it, my body doesn't work the same way, I don't think. And so I don't lose weight the same way.
I'm sitting here editing, and I just wanted to say for the ovary, I don't know if I've ever explained it. The CRPS can attack different parts of your body, and it attacks both my ovaries just a couple months apart. So the first one I had, it was it's called ovarian torsion, and it's where your ovary like flips multiple times and it gets so twisted that it cuts off all blood flow to your ovary and it basically dies. And mine filled up with so much blood that one, my stomach was like rock hard. I was vomiting. I was looked like I was seizing in the floor. I mean, it was some of the worst pain. It was crazy. So the first time the first one twisted, got to the emergency room. It was rupturing as I got to the emergency room. And I had some pretty bad neglect at a hospital. And so I had to go a couple days in pain because they told me nothing was wrong. And I finally on Christmas Day went into another emergency room and was like, I'm about to die. I feel like I'm dying. Something is wrong with me. And they were like, yeah, your ovaries literally bleeding into your abdomen. You're about to die. What? Like, not really, but I mean, you can bleed out from something like that if you don't fix it. So yeah, I had to have emergency surgery. I lost it. It died. And then the second one was similar, but I knew the pain. And so I already knew what was happening. Got to the emergency room. It died too, but it just I didn't have to suffer as long, basically. Yeah. So that's how I lost my ovaries. It was some of the worst pain ever because acute pain and chronic pain are completely different. They feel different. This acute pain it felt like somebody was literally taking a knife and ripping my stomach open. It was insane. That was some of the most insane pain I'd ever gone through. Yeah.
So he was like, I want to lose weight too. He's gained weight because I feed us very well. um, and so he was like, I want to lose weight too, so I'll do it with you. And so we are following his name is Dr. Mike. I'll put it here on the screen. We're following Dr. Mike's I don't, protocol page, whatever you want to call it. And it's basically macros, but it is I need to do my eyes first. What am I doing? It's basically macros, but we're focused on calories and protein. I have been meal prepping and I've been like filming it because I enjoy stuff like that. I cook a lot. I actually enjoy cooking. And so I enjoy meal prepping for us. And I'm going to record it and it's just something I can do and film. I feel like I would never, ever, ever want to say I'm inspiring. I hate that, and I actually feel very, like, weird when people come up people say it to me often, and I'm like, "Ugh, what do you mean? Don't say that to me." I don't like it because 'cause I'm like, "I'm normal. What are you doing? I'm normal." It's weird. I don't know. I feel like a large majority of America wants to lose weight. It just is, it's it's America. So I figure, I mean, not just America, all over the world. Hello. So I figured I will journey my weight loss journey, my meal prepping, my just kind of life. And then the kids want to be in the videos. And so we'll do hauls and I'll play with makeup. And it's just lifestyle, just whatever I please, whatever I want. And yeah, that's kind of how I want to move forward with the channel instead of when I was doing the videos before, like I said, I like busy work. And so I would like drown. Oh man, I would drown myself in editing and making the videos. And I don't want to do that. I like working at Ulta. I'm going to work at Ulta because I enjoy it, and when I stop enjoying it, I'm going to stop working at Ulta. That will take away from making videos because my main priority in life is to just be happy and do what makes my soul happy. And right now that's working at Ulta and hanging out with my family and losing weight. And I've been kind of secretive about stuff because I am more of a personal person with a lot of things. And so, um, most people don't know like what goes on in my life. I work for the government from home, and I feel like it's time to move on. I feel like I stayed in that job for so long because I was sick. I couldn't leave. I I couldn't. And you know what's wild is that I put in many applications and I just could not get nobody would like even give me an interview. And I'm like, dude, my resume is like top tier. It's good. And so it really confused me. And the second I was like, nope, it's time to leave. It's time to leave. I got a job. And so I start that job in a couple of weeks and I'm really excited, but I do have to go into the office a few days a week and it's not full remote like I am now. So that's kind of scary. I am excited. I'm excited for these new chapters in my life. I'm excited that I'm normal and that I get to work at Ulta and work at this new job and just yeah, man, I'm just so excited. I'm excited life is normal. And I know a lot of people don't like normal, but I freaking love normal. I will take normal any day of the week. How comfortable I am like videoing myself working out and stuff like that yet. I just don't love my body. I don't think most people do. I think that I feel like the people who are so comfortable putting themselves on camera at a like when they're not fully confident yet. I freaking love that. I love it. And I am sort of envious of it because I'm like, "Oh no, I can't do that. That's just I can't do that." And I would like to. I would like to be able to say like, I don't care. Think what you want. But people are so hateful on the internet nowadays. Like it's wild. And the amount of like fat shaming and just kind of like insults baffle me. Baffle me on skinny people, on skinny people. It does make me a little nervous because not that I care what people say, but what if I do care? I say I don't because I'm like, I'm married. I've been married for 100 years. I don't care what you say. But what if I do? And what if it like hurts my feelings? I don't want that. I'm sensitive. I am a sensitive Sally. I am excited for life. I'm excited to get off all of my medicine. I'm excited to lose the weight. Um, I'm excited to start this new chapter in my life. I never thought I would get here, y'all. Like it makes me very emotional when I think about it. Like, it's insane. The one thing that does make me a little nervous, and I know this is probably a little pessimistic and negative, and I've been through a lot. It's hard, it was hard not to be during that time. But I sometimes worry, like, oh, I'm getting myself into these endeavors, and I'm starting a new job, and I'm working at Ulta, and I am doing all, trying to work out and lose the weight. But what if I have to have surgery again and the CRPS comes back? What if, like, yeah, just what if my life goes back to that and I have started all these things and then I have to lose these things and go back to that? And I try not to think like that, but it's a massive possibility. CRPS doesn't just go away and stay like it's in my body forever. It can come back at any point. It does make me nervous, but I also have never lived life of like before CRPS. I've never lived life as, oh, what if I'm scared to move on? No, you have to move on with life. You have to. Life moves on, and so I'm moving on with it, and I'm very excited, and my children are excited, and I just feel like good things are happening at the time they're supposed to happen. I think I'm gonna use the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara, and then this new Maybelline Surreal Falsies mascara. I'm just gonna use both. I kind of figured that I would just do weekly vlogs of my weight loss journey. Like I said, I've got like 50 pounds I want to lose, and I will probably describe like, hey, this is the body fat that I have. This is what, I've done the little scan, the body scan thing to show exactly how much each part of your body has fat, has, all that kind of stuff. So I will probably go over all of that in another video and just, kind of start that journey of weight loss, which I'm very excited for. I have a cat hair on my face and it's killing me. Hopefully I explained enough on the fusion and like how it went. I feel like so many people have so many questions, and I don't know, maybe I'll do like a dedicated video to just that topic one day. I don't know. I feel like I've gone over everything, but maybe I haven't. Maybe I need to go back and look at the questions and like write them down so I can answer them. But let's do my lip real quick and then I should be done with this. What I was saying about that inspiring thing was that hopefully I can help other people. I know what it's like to be stuck in depression, anxiety, sadness, life, uh disorders that don't allow you to lose weight, Cushing syndrome. And yeah, I just think that I might be able to help other people. I might be able to give you food ideas. I might be able to give you some joy by watching something with the family. I mean, just like anything, anything, anything. I just hope that I can help other people. I feel like this sounds stupid, but I'm gonna say it because I say stupid stuff. I have always wanted to help people. Always. My entire life. I have always either wanted to go into the medical field because I wanted to be a nurse to help people, especially children. I actually wanted to be like in pediatric oncology. Now, knowing my heart, I couldn't do that. I would die every day. I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't go through it. I couldn't watch that. So, but I've always wanted to help people. And so during my CRPS stuff, I was like, okay, maybe I can make videos and help people with CRPS. And I know that I have, and that makes me happy. So maybe I can still help people with my CRPS stuff, but also dieting. I've done this a million times. I've lost weight a million times. I have been through the whole thing. And so maybe I can help people get motivated, stay motivated, food, all, etc. You know what I mean? I can enjoy it by making the videos, and then maybe I can enjoy it a little more selfishly by helping people. Oh my God. I swear on my life, I've got cat hairs on my face. And I did. I had a freaking cat hair in my eyeball. Well, my eyelashes. I swear my cat is gonna be the death of me. We have 2 dogs, English Mastiff, a lab, and then the cat. I swore on my life, my entire life, I was like, "I will never own more than 1 animal. Ever. Ever." I didn't really like animals. Like, I'm not kidding you. I didn't really like animals. I had Sadie. I loved Sadie, and that was cool. That was enough. And then when I got sick, sorry, I'm scratching because I feel like there's cat hairs, like, everywhere. Um when I got sick, I think I've explained this. I started watching cat videos and then I was like, I have to have a cat. I have to have a cat. I need one for my soul. Got my cat. He's the biggest in the world and I love him. Oh, I love him so much. He's probably my favorite animal. Like just because he's so easy to take care of and all that stuff. Sorry, I will stop itching now, I promise. So I love my cat, but he sheds really bad. I didn't know the difference between a long hair and a short hair animal. He is a long freaking haired cat and it gets everywhere and it bugs me because I like to be very clean and just, you know, so I'm always sweeping and vacuuming because I can't stand it. And then we got Groot, the English Mastiff. We have a horse living in our home. We have a horse in our home. Do you know what that's like? Do you know what that's like to turn around and trip over a horse? Because I do. It's a lot. But I deal with it because I love all of them so much. So much. Today's daily affirmation. I have the power to create change. Today is full of potential. Facts. And like literally, that's what I was talking about previously, where I was like, I I know I've said this before that I swear on my life, I wake up every day and I'm like, bro, well, okay, since getting better in October, since getting better, I wake up and I'm like, bro, today's a new freaking day. I get to live normally and survive and this crazy world and I get to work 2 jobs if I want to and I get to change jobs if I want to and I can work out if I want to and I can try to lose weight if I want to. There are so many possibilities that I can do anything I want to. Anything. I get to be alive today and I get to do it semi pain free and I get to do it happily. I am allowed to do this. Every day is not promised. Every day is not promised. And I feel like I learned that very quickly when I got CRPS because it wasn't even overnight. It was in a heartbeat, like in surgery. I woke up, changed my whole life. My whole life was changed. Live every day like it's your last. And I know people say that all the time, but I kid you not. It changes so quickly. Live every day like it's your last day. Love the people that are in your life. Hug the people that are in your life. Be grateful for them. Tell them that you're grateful for them. Wake up and be like, I'm grateful for everybody. I'm grateful for my life. I'm just so happy. And I'm happy that I'm happy. And I'm happy that you're happy. And today's going to be an amazing day for all of us. Let's do perfume. I got the new Kylie Jenner Cosmic Perfume, EGP. And I just got the little one because I work at Ulta and I can get free perfume while I'm there. I love. My gosh, this stuff smells so freaking good. We have Star Jasmine, Blood Orange, Golden Amber Accord, Red Peony Accord, Vanilla, Vanilla Musk Accord, and Cedarwood. And it's in the fragrance family is ambery floral. Guys, it's vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and clean. I love this stuff. Love it. And every time I spray it and then put on that like sweater again or that jacket, I think it smells so good. So good. So I know a lot of people have said that they don't think it lasts very long. I feel like people get used to their scent. They get used to whatever's on them. Whenever I spray it and then take off that sweater and then put it back on, I smell it still. So I don't know. I get a different vibe from it. I love it. I think it smells so good and clean and fresh. I think it's a really good fragrance. Okay, yeah, that's it for me today. I hope that everyone has an amazing day. I hope that if you're having a rough time or period, we're gonna get through this. I promise. I promise. Because today is a new day, tomorrow's a new day, endless possibilities. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe, like, comment. If you've made it this far, comment a star emoji. or stars emoji. I don't know. Something. Thank you for being here. I will see you next time. The next video will probably be part of my weight loss journey. We'll see. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Bye, guys.